lot of you guys who are subscribed to my YouTube channel probably think my channel is just strictly about Call of Duty. And I don't blame you. A lot of my stuff is mostly revolved around the Call of Duty genre, whether it's Call of Duty World War II or Call of Duty Black Ops 4. We got some Modern Warfare, a lot of Modern Warfare on this channel right now. A lot of you guys who have come to my channel probably more than likely think I'm just a Call of Duty YouTuber. But when I started my channel fresh, because I've been doing YouTube for almost 10 years on multiple accounts, and this one I'm using right now, I think I've been keeping it going for almost 6 years, maybe 7 years. And I started it fresh a couple of years ago. I erased all my content on this channel, which was hundreds of videos. I can't believe I did it. I still feel stupid to this day. But I wanted to start fresh because I didn't want to force myself to only do Call of Duty. I wanted to make it a point that I could make different videos. I could make different content. I could play different games. And that's why I wanted to start fresh with. And I started fresh. That's why, like I said, you see my banner, you see all these different games, because that's what I had the mindset for. I wanted to come into YouTube making commentaries for multiple different games. I didn't want to have to be, forced into one type of, style. But Battlefield 5 has gotten to this point where I just don't want to upload this video game anymore. And I probably will never upload Battlefield 5 again on this channel until the next Battlefield game, which is sad to me because I did enjoy it, and I did enjoy the variety that this content allowed me to make on this channel here. But Battlefield 5, let's be honest here, it never had any positive press. Before the game came out, before this game released, it was already getting bashed on. Then the game did release, and it was still getting bashed on because it had no content, no maps, no weapons, no factions. No anything. The game was bare bone. It was empty. It wasn't enjoyable. The Battlefield 5, I almost said Call of Duty because I'm so used to bashing Call of Duty, but today we're bashing Battlefield 5 because it's just to a point where it's that bad that they had to stop making live content for this video game. The developers of Battlefield 5 completely cut it off. And they said they're done. They're not making any more content for this game. And part of me is happy. I want to be happy for this because I want to move on to the next Battlefield title. I want to be able to forget about Battlefield 5 and pretend this Battlefield game never happened. But at the same time, I wanted so much out of this game. I wanted it to be that World War II shooter that was that good. The last World War II shooter that I enjoyed was Call of Duty World at War. I have never enjoyed a World War II shooter after that. I don't enjoy Call of Duty World War II. What other World War II shooters are there really after Call of Duty World at War? I can't even think of many AAA designed World War II shooters. Honestly, World at War was my favorite World War II shooter, and I was hoping Battlefield 5 was going to bring something bigger and better. Battlefield is always about the large-scale battles. But for some reason, this year, or the past couple of years, it's been a crap show with this video game. It hasn't been good. It's never been good. And I expected so much more out of this game. So many more factions. So many different style of maps. I wanted it to be World War II because it never felt like World War II when it released. When it first came out, it just felt like Battlefield 1 DLC. And to me, that is just lazy, sloppy, and just a waste of my time. I wanted more. I wanted a World War II shooter. And with the Pacific coming out, it started to feel a little bit more like a World War II shooter. With the Americans and the Japs coming into the game, it really gave me those vibes. But that's where they're cutting it off now. They're completely done with it. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because this could have been a really good video game. This could have been absolutely outstanding. But they just didn't make it good. Even the gameplay, just its simple gameplay mechanics of Battlefield 5, just aren't as good as the past Battlefield games. I prefer Battlefield 1 gameplay mechanics, and that's a World War I shooter. World War I. That's trench warfare with barely any fully automatic weapons. The game in Battlefield 1 is better than Battlefield 5. Something went on with the developers while they were making this game. Something horribly wrong happened while they were developing this title, because it's nothing like what a good Battlefield game should be. Now, put all my negativity aside to what I wanted out of Battlefield 5. Now, let's be a little positive here, because I am happy that they're calling it quits with Battlefield 5. They're also, if you didn't know, they're calling it quits with Star Wars Battlefront 2 as well. Both Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Battlefield 5, the live service is getting completely cut off. We're no longer going to be able to see anything coming from these two games because the development studio wants to make sure that all of their focus goes into the next Battlefield title, which should be coming out in 2021. This is a good move. This is a very good move because they need as much time as they could possibly get to put this game out, especially with the current events with this virus that's going around, shutting everybody down. They're going to need as much time, as much effort, and as much resources as they could possibly get to make sure this game comes out complete and good. Now, they have to make sure this game is good. God forbid, if they make another Battlefield 5 at launch, this is going to be a disaster. This will be the end of Battlefield as we know it. Battlefield will die. All the YouTubers who do Battlefield will just transfer over to Call of Duty because they're already doing it right now. Look at Jack Frags, Level Cap Gaming, Westy. They're all making Warzone content, and this content is doing better than their Battlefield content. They honestly have no reason to go back to Battlefield. Let's be honest, they're making more money making Call of Duty content. Battlefield's in a bad spot right now. They're in a very bad spot. They need to get their crap together. I would say the best Battlefield games, in my personal opinion, are Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Best gameplay, best map designs, best everything. I hope they center their style of gameplay around those titles. There has to be better map design, better customization. You know, there's absolutely no customization in Battlefield 5. Everything is so bare bone. The weapons just feel so basic, and there's like 4 attachments per each gun. There's no variety. There's nothing that screams Battlefield at me while I'm playing this. The customization for Battlefield is almost like an old school Call of Duty customization, like Call of Duty 4, where you get like 1 or 2 attachments for your guns, and that's really it. But the difference between those two is that Call of Duty is an arcade shooter. You don't have to worry about attachments to give you any benefits. You just run around and have an arcadey fun time anyways. But in Battlefield, you go into these large-scaled wars. It's cool to deck out your weapon. It's cool to do interesting things. Now, I understand. This is a World War II shooter. But Jesus Christ, man, there's so many different things they could have done for the weapons. I'm sure of it. I'm positive there was more attachments they could have added. I mean, the only attachments you could put on your gun are scopes. Scopes! That's all they gave you. What a joke, man. Like, seriously, if that's not the biggest slap in the face to any hardcore Battlefield fan, I don't know what is. I just don't, because Battlefield to me, and I'm not, the most hardcore Battlefield fan. I haven't been here since day one like I have been with Call of Duty. But Battlefield, when I've gotten into it, has always been a lot about the customization as well. Customization has always been a big factor of how you go about playing that video game. And when you give me a Battlefield game that's centered around World War II, and the only customization you give me is a scope, that's a joke to me. And instead of giving you grips and, other things like that, extended mags, they go ahead and give you these, specialist trees, or, these trees that you branch off and you have to pick and choose what you want, like more ammo or better stability, or I don't remember what they are, but you pick and choose what you want. So instead of having attachments, you have them basically as perks. It's the stupidest system I've ever seen anywhere. They need to scrap it. They need to bring back what Battlefield is. Customizations. Good map designs, a crap ton of weapons, and I want to see them right out the gate. I don't want to start off with 5 weapons in a Battlefield game, and 2 teams, and 4 maps. I don't want any of that nonsense. So, if you are going to be cutting off live service for Battlefield 5 and Star Wars Battlefront 2, you better put more focus on more content in this video game. I swear to God, I swear to the gods above, if you do not release a good amount of weapons in this game, a good amount of attachments, and a good set of maps when this game first releases, you guys are taking the head as the most incompetent studio. I thought Infinity Ward is that spot right now, but so far, EA DICE is really coming up close to being the most incompetent development studio, because, oh my lord, if you can't do that after you cut off live service for 2 video games and basically call them both quits so you can put more time and resource into this video game right here, your new Battlefield title, and you still can't put enough stuff in there, Battlefield's done. It's over. It's GG. You might as well just call it quits. Just close up the book, ship it out. It's all over. It's done for. But Battlefield 5 is officially over, everybody, and I gotta say, it was a cool journey when it lasted. I had my fun moments, especially with a lot of my friends. I missed some of those times with those people playing some Battlefield 5. But right now, I think this was probably the best move by EA Dice to just call it quits with Battlefield 5. Just cut off development and just move on to the next title, because this game wasn't really going anywhere, in my personal opinion. I don't think it was going to become anything better. I wanted it to become something better, but with every update they put into it, it just seemed like it just wasn't going to get to that point. That wasn't their main focus of this title. And still to this day, I just don't know what their main focus of the title is. But Battlefield 5 is over for. I'm partially happy because they need to put more time into development for the next game. I just hope it's better than what, they put out with World War II. I really hope that they focus this around probably the modern day era. I can't imagine they don't make this in modern day. Let's be honest here. What were the past other Battlefield titles? World War I shooter and then World War II. I mean, what else could they do? I mean, if they do Vietnam, I think people will be pretty salty, because I think people, and the community definitely voiced their opinion enough that it's time to see a modern day Battlefield game. And let's be honest, I think modern day Battlefield games are probably the best Battlefield games. That's just where they shine a lot better. It's more customizations they can have, more weapons they could do. And I just think the developers are just amazing. Like, seriously, the Easter eggs and the different things and fun moments you could have in Battlefield 3 and 4 just outweigh everything that you could do in Battlefield 5. I've just had so many more exciting moments playing Battlefield 4 with some of my friends than I ever will playing Battlefield 5. Ever in a million years. It's just you can't have those good moments in this game. I don't know. I really don't know the reason. I don't know if it's because they try to make it more competitive, more noob-friendly. I don't know what the issue is, because personally, I can't tell. I can't tell if the game is more competitive. I can't tell if this game is made for noobs. It's just simply not very fun. That's all it really is. So hopefully EA Dice will get their crap together. Hopefully we'll see a lot more content come out with the next Battlefield title. And let's hope for a better launch this time. Let's hope that the next Battlefield game will be good. And I'm really hoping that I could post it on my channel and I could have some fun with it as well, because I miss posting Battlefield. I really do. It's just I'm not going to waste my time with a game that just doesn't give me any enjoyment, you know what I'm saying? But guys, I'm going to call it quits on this commentary. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. If you hate, go dislike it. If you're brand new to this channel and you just saw this through some YouTube search or something like that, make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you are notified on all my recent uploads. Also, if you want to chat with me, see what I'm talking about with video games, you can follow me over on Twitter at JbowenDaMan. And also, I do live stream some video games over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this commentary, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.